Hello. Okay, so I decided to do a video because I've been kind of keeping my promise to myself of doing post about 1 week, like one a week at least, a video post until I get back into like my flow of actually. I'm trying to pull my bra up, but my nails are wet because I just painted them because I want to make sure that my nails are done for tonight. I wore this outfit last night and I just went to sleep in it and woke up. And the first thing I had to do was at least groom myself before I get out of here, go to the gym, and reconnect with some of the people that I networked with. Why am I telling you this? One, hold on. Let me go like this. My toes are wet too. But I wanted to, one, pass the time while I have to wait like this, because you have to wait and dry your nails properly. Because if you move around, the dust and debris in the air, why am I talking like that? The dust and the debris in the air will actually mess up your nails. So if you ever notice that you paint your nails and you don't sit down for 10 minutes because you go and do something, and your nails look like crap or they don't have that shine, it's because the dust and the debris in the air, while you think it's dry, it's not, is actually attaching to your nails, and it ruins your coat, ladies and gentlemen. For the gentlemen who are straight and actually decide to paint their nails, you should actually probably go to a professional and get your nails designed. If you are male, unless you just have a really good eye. I messed up this coat. Yes. Wait, let me fix it. You have to give me a chance to fix it. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. I got this dress from Rainbow for $10. And I was so happy because I lent some of the little money that I had left to help my sister out, and also to help myself out, obviously, because I went and made sure I got the dress. But yeah, I signed up this week to volunteer for an amazing company and this week-long event that they're having. It's called 1776. It's been absolutely amazing to see what they do and actually to meet with the companies and the startup entrepreneurs that they're helping. 1776 was something that I just stumbled upon. I didn't know about it beforehand. No one referred me to it. And I would love to be referred to more things. I recently moved back to DC a month ago after living in New York for the last 8 years, and a lot of my decision to move back was, I had a couple of reasons. I can't really say it was one thing, but I'll share with you why, right? One of the reasons is I wanted to check up on my mom. Her health has been, I mean, she's a terminal ill patient, and terminal illness means that it's a ongoing illness that will last until the end of her life. And that's something that our family has dealt with since I was in middle school, since I was about 12, after she had an accident. And so a lot of these complications, but she's getting up in age, and I wanted to be there because I spent the last 8 years in New York kind of just playing telephone tag with her. And whenever I would come back to visit, to get an eye glimpse, I would realize that what I was hearing on the phone was her sounding, vibrant, and she would tell me her problems. But what I was seeing was a gradual degradation of the state I remembered her in. So I was really shocked when I first came back, and I realized that he wasn't walking really well. And then I was really shocked when I came back, and I realized that she was having problems with, just a host of other things. So it was just weighing on my conscience, and so I wanted to come back. And then there was the fact that I had spent a good 3 years while in New York, because the first 8 years includes the time that I spent in college in New York. I went to SUNY Purchase. I graduated class of 2011 in drama studies, which is no longer exists at SUNY Purchase, so we were the last. Woo! And they actually included us into the conservatory my senior year, so I got to be one of the few drama studies that graduated out of the Conservatory of Theater, even though it's a very competitive conservatory to get in. They only take 15 students every year. So like when you come in as a freshman 15, you go to your senior year with the same 15 people if they're not kicked out of the conservatory or fail or go somewhere else. So that was really a big honor because we got to work with some amazing teachers that we wouldn't have been able to work with, and I really took advantage of that. I got to work with Ronnie Stewart. She was amazing. She was an acting professor from the conservatory, and because we were drama studies inserted, we got to work with her. David Bassick was amazing. He had a class that was open beforehand. It was a directing class, but did I take 2 classes with him? I don't know. But I actually learned a lot from him. And I'm one of those students that either I express it or I don't, but I'm always absorbing things. So I definitely kept all my notes from all the amazing teachers that we worked with. But that's not what this post is about, actually. But I only mention it because I think teachers are amazing. I think the teachers that I had actually had more of an impact on my life than I initially thought they would. And just going to college and then coming out into the real world actually made me value cumulatively all the teachers that I've ever had in life. But I really remember the college professors because there's something about going to college that makes you understand that like whatever you learn here is supposed to set your life towards your future. And that is true, and then there's also some misconceptions that they don't tell you. David actually tried to warn us that getting a degree did not guarantee that your life was going to become smooth. So when I graduated, I moved up to New York with my ex-boyfriend who lived there already. And I learned a lot about relationships. I learned a lot about myself. And I think the one lesson I learned is that you shouldn't force things or people, and that if you're not getting what you specifically need in a relationship, you should probably leave it. Because he wasn't quite supportive. It was actually kind of like a forced deal, and I actually developed 2 startups as a result of our clashing tensions and my realization that he had no intention of helping me while I was out there in New York, just watching me. And I'm not going to continue on to that, but I tried to bootstrap my business. I had started my master's program when I had first moved up to New York, but the relationship drama coupled with work-life balance and the job that I had taken as a result of not wanting to be a manager, because I had been offered a management job immediately, and I had thought that it would conflict with my modeling, and I had thought that it was going to conflict with my schooling. I just thought that it was going to be too much, and my ex was actually jealous. So I think most of it was mainly that he was jealous, and it was hard to come back to a home where the person was mad or unhappy that you were making more money than them. So I gave myself all those excuses that I could have worked around, because I actually tried to go back to that job. I tried to go back to that job and get it back. But I just wasn't able to. I had stepped down gracefully, but I hadn't been able to get that job back. And so then I started to do personal training and waitressing, and the money was just never quite enough to seed a business and actually survive and enjoy myself. And I think after year 3, I realized I have to I need to go back somewhere safe and really look at things pragmatically, because even though I had put my master's on hold, I always read my textbooks. I always paid attention to trends. I learned a lot through marketing online as a model, and I didn't really market as hard. I spent more time playing SWAT, so I would actually make a great marketing manager. I actually did some marketing management for a couple of startup companies, and what I noticed is the internet can help your brand in many ways, and in a lot of ways it can dilute your brand, because you can actually give your competition information well before you're ready to actually release that information. If you do not protect your brand, then you will not have a brand. So that's not to say that you keep everything close-knit to yourself, but you should definitely look into making sure that you're not diluting your brand by competing with people who are just waiting for likes. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. So a lot of people are playing into this social media trap, and this is just me talking as a marketing manager from my perspective, having focused my MBA in finance and marketing, and I know there's a lot of people team up and pair with each other, and that's what you want to do. But what I found to be most valuable, especially since I was living in New York by myself after the breakup with the ex, and actually long before we broke up, I had started living on my own because it was just too much tension in the house, and I was unhappy, so unhappy. But I realized that, how long is this video? Because, oh, it's 10. Okay, I'm gonna have to start this over, but let's just let that go right now.